Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I am Dr. Kaye Holmes, host of Outlive the Labels. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We have in the studio the confidence coach, Tina Moore. She is an author, she's an entrepreneur, she's a professional certified life coach, and she's a certified Christian mentor. Listen, I'm excited to have Tina on the show today. We're going to have an awesome time with a name like the confidence coach. Listen, you already know she's setting the stage to bring some serious heat today. Get ready to get fired up, because if you want to get bold in your business, in your brand, in your family, in your finances, whatever it is, I'm sure she's going to bring us some valuable information today. Tina, thank you so much for just taking the time to share with us today and accepting the offer to be interviewed today on this show. And just thank you so much for all that you bring to the table. Share with the audience a little bit about yourself. Just take a moment and introduce to us why you are the confidence coach.
Well, first, I'd like to say thank you so much, Dr. Mary Kay, for having me on the show. It's an honor. Thanks for even asking. I know I'm going to enjoy our time together today. I'm looking forward to it. But my name is Tina Moore, and I am a confidence coach. I help really dope women get out of their heads and occupy the places that they were destined to dominate. I love to do that through coaching. I love to do that through mentorship programs. I love teaching. I'm a teacher at heart. So the thing that I love teaching the most is life experiences, right? I think when people connect with someone, they want to know that you've been through some things that will justify what you're helping them come through in life. So I've been through a lot, but learned along the way. And I have this knack of every time I conquer something, with every victory, I'm always going to reach back and pull ahead those who are in the midst of what I've triumphed through. So that's just the way I've operated all my life. And as a confidence coach, that's what I get to do for a living.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us. You are a powerhouse. Listen, we connected on Clubhouse. That's where I found this awesome woman who is just so full of all types of information. And so I had to, of course, because, she's the confidence coach, I had to kind of tap into that realm. But listen, she has so many things to offer. So let's get right into it. People go through ups and downs in life, trials and setbacks and roadblocks. So Tina, tell us, as the confidence coach, how can we build confidence even in the face of adversity?
That's a really good question. So glad you're starting with this. And it's a question that a lot of people have, especially where we are in our world today. There are a lot of things going on, and things can happen to rock you off kilter, right? But we don't want to wait until those things happen until we start to build our confidence. We met on Clubhouse, and daily I host a 15-minute room for a daily dose of confidence. So women log into the room, and for 15 minutes, we talk about one thing. We have one quote. We have one activity that we do, because I love to say that building your confidence isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. So it's not something that it's one and done, I'm going through something, so let me try to build my confidence. It's something that you should be doing on an ongoing basis. But when you're in the midst of adversity, then you do have to do whatever it takes to pull yourself out. And I have been bankrupt. I have had foreclosure. I've been divorced. I've lost it all, gained it back, and lost it all again. Yeah, twice. So I've been through a lot, but I know that in the midst of all of that, it was my mindset, altering my mindset, constant self-development, being able to, no matter where I found myself, will not only will my way out, but want to move forward. So in the midst of all of that, building my confidence was necessary. It was absolutely necessary. So we have to have some type of foundation to pull from. I'm a Christian, as you said earlier. I am a certified Christian mentor, but that base of religion, of my relationship with God, was foundational. And upon that, I was able to build on the fact of everything that he said about me, of his thoughts about me, not mixing up his thoughts versus my thoughts versus whatever my present set of circumstances were. I had to marry, I had to come into agreement with what was true about me, with the facts around who I was and what I was capable of. So that has always been and will always be my foundation. Now, confidence is our ability to believe that we're capable of doing a certain thing, right? More important than that is your value and your self-worth. No matter what situation you're in, if you don't deem yourself as valuable, if you don't see the worth that you carry, you can put yourself in any type of situation. Sometimes we end up in abusive situations, toxic situations, because we failed to value ourselves. We failed to see the worth that we carry. And I want to put a pause here. No matter what relationship, women, you find yourself in, because this is Women's History Month, and International Women's Day is only days away. No matter what situation you find yourself in life, whether it's an abusive situation, a toxic relationship, abandonment, rejection, or whatever, you came into the world with value and with worth. It was assigned to you when we got here. It was assigned to all of us when we got here. And no matter where you find yourself, your value doesn't change and your worth doesn't change. What you have to do is learn to connect again with the fact that you are valuable and you are worthy of the best. So when you keep that in mind, then you're able to move forward and say, okay, so when it comes to this, I need to boost my level of confidence. When it comes to me building a business or starting a business or starting a new relationship, then what areas do I need to work on in my life that will afford me to be the absolute best version of myself that I could possibly be? So going back to your question, building confidence in adversity, you have to have a foundation, right? And that foundation either needs to be your belief in a higher being. For me, that is God. It also needs to go back to your value and your worth, because when you see yourself as valuable, when you see yourself as worthy of being loved, of being the top in your field, of making the type of money that you want to make, then the possibilities are endless. When you don't align with your value and your worth, then you feel like you're doomed. You feel like everything's a dead end. You feel like that's not possible. I don't know if I can do that. I don't think that's for me. That's too hard. I'm not smart enough. That could never be me. I could never live that life. And it's because you haven't tapped into your value and your self-worth. So when adversity comes, you kind of get swallowed into the hole, right? But as long as you can see yourself as being the valuable and worthy woman that you are, then the confidence part, you're halfway there. You're halfway there.
I love that. Thank you so much for that answer, because when you talk about your worth and your value, I believe that is so key, that is so crucial to building your confidence. You have to have that. And you wrote a book, right? You wrote a book called The Necessity of You.
Yes.
And that talks about value and self-worth. That's what that book that you wrote is all about. So tell us about that. Tell us some of the things that some of those tips and that advice and those nuggets of wisdom that you give in that book.
Absolutely. I wrote that book because a lot of women want to start a business, or a lot of women want to get rich or make millions. Those things are very much possible, but unless you realign how you see yourself, how you view yourself, then it's going to be tough to achieve those things. Because let's face it, I teach women that I coach that whatever you produce is going to have your DNA. So I see this. Mary Kay, I see this often. Women will say, I want to start a business. They start that business, and then they're like, but I don't like selling. I don't like asking people. I don't like putting myself out there. I don't really like doing this. I don't really like doing that. That's because that's an issue that you have within yourself. I don't think I'm worthy. I don't think anybody will buy from me. Who's going to hear me? They'll probably buy from everyone else except for me because it's just me. It's the way we see our value and our self-worth. So in the book, I compare it to being in Nordstrom's, being in Macy's and seeing a bag and one person saying, oh, I don't agree with, I would never pay this much for that, right? I would never spend this much money on the bag, and they put it back. With someone else seeing the bag and saying, oh, absolutely, not even second guessing it, walking it directly to the counter and paying for it. The bag is still worth what the bag is worth. It's the person's perception of it. Sometimes we're hanging around people. We're filling our circle with people who don't see our worth, who don't think we're worthy of our dreams and our aspirations, and we share our ideas with them and they go, what, huh, you, nah, I think that's too much. I don't think you should be doing that. That's way outside of your league. Nobody in your family's ever done that. But you still have this nagging inside. So in the book, I tell women, always go back to what the one who created you said that you were worth. Just like the creator of that bag, the creator of that purse. They got together and they said, this is what this bag is worth. And period. If it's really valuable, it'll never go on sale. There's some things that just never go on sale, right? I've never seen a Gucci bag on a sales rack. The same is true with you. You're not a Gucci bag, but the Father, your creator, he said, this is what she's worth. And this is the value that she carries. And you don't have to put yourself on a sales rack for anyone, for a job, for a man, for friends, to fit in, to be accepted, any of that. But you can't lose sight of your value and your worth. And when you don't, then believing in your ability to do the things that you've been called to do is easier. So building confidence is much easier when you have that foundation.
Wow, I love that. And so, listen, you can find her ebook on, I'm sure, her website, on Tina's website, and on her Instagram and all of that good stuff. So I'm not going to butcher it. I want you, Tina, to share with the audience, to share with the listeners how they can find out more about you, how they can find more about that book, The Necessity of You. And you have so many more things to offer. So please share with us where they can find you, where they can follow you, and what are the services and products that you offer.
Absolutely. The easiest way to connect with me would be to go to my Instagram page. You can go to my Instagram. I am at Tina Moore Global. And if you click on the link in my bio on my Instagram page, you'll find a plethora of things. You'll be able to follow me on Clubhouse. As Dr. Kaye said, I absolutely love Clubhouse. So I'm there almost on a daily basis teaching courses in either my club, which is called the Crazy Courageous Confidence Club. It's a club just for women. I would love for you to join us, ladies. You can find me there. You can find me on Instagram, on all social media platforms. But the way to get in contact with me right now, because Clubhouse has my attention, is by going to my Instagram bio. And Instagram is Tina Moore Global.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much for that. It's right here on the screen, by the way. Hint.
Oh, great.
Y'all go follow her and really just stay connected, because, and if you're not on Clubhouse, you might want to go ahead. If you're an iPhone user, go ahead and download that app and follow her there as well. She's given some valuable content. And like she said, look, you can follow her on all social media platforms and you can go to her website, but Clubhouse is lit right now. It's hot. It's just so much going on and you can find so much value there. Listen, Tina, I got to say thank you so much for accepting this invite, because I have gleaned so much just sitting here and hearing you today. And I know that someone's life has been changed because they're going to understand their self-worth. They're going to understand their value. They're going to be bold. They're going to be confident. And so somebody is able to break out of that box today because of what they heard. So listen, I want you to subscribe. I want you to like and share and all that good stuff, and you know, send some reviews my way. Listen, this is how you give a tip. This is how you say thank you to what you got today. Look, we're giving you some tools for success, and we're just, you know, looking to just bring you more and give and be more giving. So how do we do that? We do that by you, the listener, really helping us out by just tuning in and sharing this with those that you love and those that you want to support. So if you want to encourage someone, share this interview with them and get them fired up so that they can step outside of that box and break out of their shell and be bold and confident and understand their worth. Tina, thank you again for
thank you.
today. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And the listener, I hope that you tune in again, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and send a review to any of the podcast platforms that you're listening on. Thank you so much for listening. This is Dr. Mary Kaye Holmes, and this has been the Outlive the Labels podcast. Thank you for listening.